Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nerds to Human, and welcome back to our Western Empire Rebels campaign. You join us outside of Arkham, where today we need to take on the Empire, who have kind of rebelled against the Rebellion, which isn't particularly kind of them. This is a pagan chap, so of course we need to take him down. Nothing particularly interesting about him otherwise. Mostly, as you can see, a depleted force. Should be easy enough to shoot them down, charge them with the few cavalry that we have here with us. Elsewhere, well, the Empire is just building. We've got ourselves a few building projects going on. We're just kind of getting the infrastructure set before we make our next charge on the Empire. And, of course, Pirates Rex has now made it over to Massilia. He's getting his forces ready to hopefully pounce into Italy before too long. But we do need to mop up our little rebellion problem last time. So, first of all, let's head into here. Let's get into battle. Quite happy for them to come at us. I do see that they are sending some of their guys out to the flank here, which is interesting and probably unnecessary. So let's just reorganise our shape a little bit. And then the cavalry just go straight over the Foederati. I can't bother to mess around with these guys. We'll take them out and just make sure we've got no problems with those chaps. Obviously we want to stay far away from the walls, hence we pulled back from our siege equipment. And with these guys taken out pretty much immediately, yeah, life is probably looking pretty good. And take care of their cav separately to the rest of their force. I'll be pleased about that. Don't really want the infantry drawn in as well, so we'll just pull out. Yeah, we'll just see if we can pull them towards our archers. Lovely. That is good. That is good indeed. And swing back into the cav then. Take those guys out of it. That's them broken. Get into the general ASAP. There'll be a little bit of archer fire on them as well. If I'm honest, I'd like most of my cav to just pull out for a moment. I'll leave it to my general. You, sir, leave yourself in. Chunk him down. Hopefully we won't lose our guy here, but you never know. Sometimes you can get a little bit unlucky with this kind of thing. General is experienced, so we should be absolutely fine. If their infantry is going to start joining, probably time to start pulling out cav. Get out of there as well. Lovely stuff. And if we want to pull them towards us, that'd be good. We can get javelins ready. So you guys throw whenever you like. You chaps just keep them running around. And we'll turn our lads back in momentarily. Yep, get in there. Here come the javelins. And we can get our infantrymen into the fight as well. That'll be absolutely fine. Our cav... Alright, well, one unit got caught. I'm not worried about them. Don't worry about them at all. Limitani over here. There we are. That's the general gone. He will absolutely melt. Marvellous stuff. Archers. Picks the Foederati infantry, please. Actually, yeah, general, maybe don't do that. We just charge at the... Oh, it's all Foederati infantry. Okay, well, we'll just take someone out. It really doesn't matter. There are a few men just catching up with these guys. Yeah, they have almost entirely gone already. Not really surprising. Archers, if I'm honest, you can just shoot these guys. We'll get the infantry into them. And at this point, it is, I think, pretty much just to chase them back to the city job. Having said that, if I can just break them all, that'd be easier, because I really don't want to have to face the towers if I don't need to. So, let's just break that general of theirs. Get into him. End this thing. And that will be the city back under our control. Do I want to exterminate? Probably enslave. I probably should have thought about where my generals are, actually. Oh well, it's fine. We'll just hunt him down. We'll end the battle. We've already killed the pagan swine. And with that, bit of experience for the general. Always nice to see. Town should be back under our control. Things looking good. Yeah, not a huge amount of money, but certainly a large amount of people. Could cause us some problems. The exterminate. Yeah, that's what you get for rebelling. I don't care. You know what? We're just going to exterminate. Sod it all. So with that, hopefully that will give us a bit of funding for the rest of our projects around the Empire. Marvellous stuff we could probably do with that. So get ourselves a load of highways built, because that will help us going forward. I think, to be honest, you need to maybe work on something for public happiness as after you've got that built. Say that the bars probably won't help too much. They're just going to breed quicker if we do that. Okay, So the Huns and the Franks are allies, so we've got a three-way tie with these guys. That's good. A great old triumvirate. By the way, I'm hoping... I noticed the last episode it was a little bit tinny on the audio. I've got a bit of a issue with... we had blinds due to be brought for our room, but alas, the blinds didn't come. There's been a problem with the order. The temporary measure just isn't absorbing the noise as it was, so had a bit of reflective tinny noise. Hopefully, my sort of makeshift bamboo stick blanket fort will cover the noise this time, so it shouldn't be quite as echoey as it was the last time. I'm hoping that will just solve the problem. It shouldn't be an issue from this point onwards. So, what are we doing then? We're pretty much just pumping out as many buildings as we can across the Empire, and I seem to just miss these two sometimes. We will... Oh, no. Get the mines. We can afford the mines right now. They've really paid for themselves very quickly, so we'll get those as well as the port. Good stuff. Things are coming together. I don't really want to pump out too many troops, but I'm going to get the odd unit out of here because I just don't want my economy to fall apart. But, we're gaining good amounts now, which means that, we're in a strong position. Strong position to just build up for a few turns. I don't think too much is happening in the world. I'm a bit... I noticed this is Saxon. I think that was Frankish before. I think it was originally... I think the Romans took it at the start. Maybe the Franks took it off them. Now it's gone to Saxons. I don't know. I guess the Saxons... the French have completely fallen apart since they became allies with me. That's a shame now, isn't it? That's a shame. Actually, it is a bit of a shame because they are my allies. I would rather they were doing slightly better than that. That's the Hunnic capital. So, presumably the Sarmatians are around that, but I guess they've been kicked out somewhere. Presumably the Goths have got that back under siege. Terrible city as it is. And otherwise, I don't really know too much about what's going on. Have this force over here. They've got themselves a general to get involved with it. But nothing forthcoming, which very much works in my favour, of course. Now, I'm mostly getting economic policies in at the moment. That is, very much the priority. But, Berbers. It's so pointless them landing people here. They're so much better off with trade. Anyway, we'll just get another unit or so just to make sure we're fine. But honestly, there's not very much in that force. They can't really do an awful lot. We might as well have a pounce at Tingy if it's going to be left completely undefended, because I suspect it will be. I'll tell you what, actually, we'll get ourselves a spy here, and we'll work on that plan going forward. Salamantica, you get yourself Archer, send it over here. It's a bit slow because the rebels are blocking our road. A little bit rude of them. Maybe they can wander off at some point. That'd be helpful. I don't really know why we don't have a road going across the middle of the country. But apparently we don't know how to do that. Bit of a shame. But yeah, things are looking good on the whole. We're getting this diplomat over in this direction just to see what's going on over here. This is still Roman. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised one of these hasn't rebelled to me, because I was expecting to have the chance to pounce on North Africa at some point. But you never know. We might see there's a chance to send a little boat force across here, which might be what we do. With my spy across, then I can see there's not an awful lot going on around here. Some Berber Lancers, they've got a little bit more tech coming in. It's already Christian by the looks of it, which is good to see. That works in my favour. Makes life an awful lot easier. We've got ourselves, the Proconsul's Palace rebuilt there. We never managed to actually build the full settlement size there, so bit of a shame. But oh well, it was always quite well developed, relatively speaking. So at the very least, we're not losing out too much. Games held in Cordoba, yes, must turn that off if indeed we're happy. We'll be happy enough in a turn or so, so we won't worry about that. Maximus Rex has come of age. He has a problem mother. Okay, interesting. I thought mother was good. Appius Rex has a good trait based on the old wife. Yeah, Stute's wife. Apparently she's astute, but maybe she's gone a little bit mad in her age here for Maximus, protective of her youngest son. Very interesting. +1 to loyalty and management, but down influence. Oh well, he's still got +1 for influence, which isn't too bad. But they've all seemed to have picked up handsome, which is very good indeed. Handsome and lively seem to be traits which are being passed on to them, which is good indeed, because we could do with having that kind of traits. They get passed on through the generations. So that'll work for us. Berdegal has grown. Everything's growing and I can't deal with it. You know what? We will wait for the roads because you seem happy enough for now, but I'm not sure how long that will last. 1 turn until that, of course. 3 turns until those. Okay, yeah, we're going to send our archers around. Those were just scouting to see what was on that tower. There's actually nothing on that tower, by the way. The game was just bugging out. I think someone stood at some point. I guess we had to go reclaim it. But you know, I'm happy enough for them to stand there and just have a peek of what's going on. So they're going to get themselves ready for this invasion. We'll get ourselves some more committances in. The Berbers aren't going to be able to take this town here. Mounted men are absolutely abysmal, it must be said. My Rebels campaign, whenever I got those guys, they achieved absolutely nothing. So there we are. Summation Auxiliary, you can get a couple over here. We'll send them over to Marsilia from there. As for the rest of the towns, what can they get? Don't worry about it for now. Actually, we're kind of happy building up as we are. Must note they're fighting around the border, but to be honest, they've never looked like they're desperate to try and claim that back. Hello, Sarmatians. You've wandered further than I thought you would. Nice to make your acquaintance. I wish I had myself a diplomat. I don't know what their situation is. Be quite nice if they were at war. They're at war with everyone. They're at war with the Huns, so they can't be allies of me. But looking forward to seeing them smash up the Romans. That could be interesting indeed. Right, looks like they're starting to come into this direction. They might well be, and I don't actually have a force ready to take them on that bridge just now. We do need to get some more troops out of here then. Right, committances on the go. 4,000 monies. I have spent it all just about because too many towns for only 4,000 profit. But can you go down to yearly games? Not yet. Not yet at all. Okay. Well, in general, our money should start to be improving because we are getting the infrastructure in. But might be that the Romans come to me first. You can just stop short of there. That's fine. Bit of a free scout. No, they're heading down to Rome. Normally, Rome and Ravenna are very weakly defended. But maybe they got their hands filled with other enemies. Right now, who are they enemies with? Vandals, Berbers, and the Rebels. But actually, they're allies of most of the Barbs, which is interesting. Interesting indeed. But yeah, the Eastern Empire Rebels we just see there have re-emerged. Good to see they're back in their game, my lovely friends. Right, Cordoba, a tiny bit happier. First and foremost, what can we do to really make you happier? To be honest, public order is such a problem on this game. Happiness, that will increase it by 5. Honestly, is that worth it? Probably not. We'll just get the church rather than the arena. I'm happy but enough with that. And honestly, I think we'll just get more troops for the moment. Berbers just wandering around, trying to find their spot. Yeah, I don't really like that, but I've got enough in the towns to keep them fine for now. We'll get one competences unit over there. Just make sure we're safe. I think we are, but you never know. I wouldn't mind actually, sir. A tower up around here. Do a bit more tower work for us. Ah! Army. Army, army, army. That's what my scout over there is for. So you guys get yourself into that forest just to continue scouting, but a little bit, yeah, not where you're going to pounce on them with your, what, how many of you are there? What, 26 infantry? Yeah, that'll be a great ambush. It always annoys me that you can actually decide to leave the ambush trigger or not. You know, it would be nice to be able to go, no, I don't want to activate the ambush, actually. But there we go. That is just the way the game goes. So, tiny bit of money left. That needs to be well chosen, I think. Now, I've got a few Palatina here, haven't I? Just the one? I thought I had more Palatina. Okay, well, we'll get ourselves a bit of extra Palatina over here. We have plenty of the kind of committances limitano kind of units. So that's absolutely fine. There's a bit battered, all these units over here, aren't they? We can't actually retrain Sarmatians over here. We can't get them at Arles either. I had to send them down to Tarraco, which is a bit further than I would have liked, but apparently that's what we're going to have to do. So you get yourselves back down there. You can retrain next turn. At least they can travel quickly. No need for a boat. And otherwise, yeah, just need to keep an eye on the Berbers and slowly build up these forces here. Big boon to our economy with all of this built. Carthago Nova in particular with the mines. That'll be lovely stuff. 350 turn. Oh, marvellous stuff. That will very much benefit us before too long. Quarterbird, I am going to get you off your games now. You're not happy about it, but you're going to have to accept it, I'm afraid. Over here, what else can we do? Get ourselves a little bit of cav. That will help us going forward. We do need to make sure we're ready to pounce on them when the time comes. It looks very weak indeed because they're sending tiny scraps of forces around to us. Albeit without actually attacking us, of course. We'll just have a little peek on them. Down to the Sahara and Dimity as it used to be. Yes, it is still Dimity on here. Yeah, they probably have a surprisingly large amount of troops down there, but don't need to worry about that. As long as we've got ourselves enough vision to know what we can do, we'll make sure we take those guys out in time. Right, they've got themselves another unit just in case the Berbers head up that way. Unlikely with all of the spies around. But yeah, it looks like a Arkham is going to have to take on this force over here. Okay, if we're going to take them on, do you want to take them on in the field? Ooh, they've got themselves extra in the way of Sarmatians, so I'll send him over there to help us out. Wouldn't mind getting some of the Bergala troops up in that direction, but unfortunately I can't manage that right now. And they need to get that new building underway very soon indeed. Okay, I'm going to have to turn down the tax rate because people are gradually getting themselves a little bit more annoyed over here. I'm not too worried about the other military infrastructure. Mines is probably the best bet. That will at least pay for itself in good time. Right, I'm expecting a bit of a battle over here very, very soon. I don't mind taking them on in the field, but they want to take me on at the city. I might be able to use the walls to my advantage. Some interesting little diplomacy going on up here. I can see the Vandals are now at war with the Saxons, and they do have pretty much a full stack there. So they have a chance, albeit the Saxons with Captain Horse over here have a good chance of beating them back. But you never know, you could have war with Roman and the Saxons or the Vandals. The Romans are already at war with the Vandals, so that should work in my favour. Albeit, actually, to be honest, I kind of want my spy over in this direction now. Because what I want to do is get my two spies in here and see if we can start flipping a city or two. I've got them building up all over the place. There are actually 3 over here. Let's get you into Mediolanum down to 60. Get another one in down to 40. And one more down to 40 again. Right, that's good. What I need to do then is start to smash up these temples as well. I'm not sure I have the forum for any assassins around. I might do somewhere. At the moment I don't actually have the money for it because it's several turns later at this point. I've been pumping out lots and lots of them. Nothing at the moment. Okay, well there's a spy over here. He's going to come and you know what? Just drop him off over here for now. We don't need to go too far. That's fine by me. We can send you over to go have a good look at Carthage. We can go and make problems there for the Romans in time as well. As for Tingi over here, these guys aren't going to be in a good place whatsoever. Unfortunately, we lost that spy, which is not particularly helpful. But nonetheless, we can still get over here, get a load of ladders for the walls, and pounce on them next turn. There are some troops on this boat here last I saw. Indeed there are. Back to war with the Berbers. Frankly, they've been invading my territory for too long. I've taken that as an act of war. They are the ones who started this war as far as I'm concerned. So, spy culture mission, pretty much out of money at this point. We pumped it into everything and also a lot of spies to try and flip a city or two. So hopefully that will start to work in our favour. They're still moving men around, but they seem to be going up this way more than anything else, albeit, yeah, I do need to start figuring out a few watchtowers in that direction. So, Marcellus Hortensius, oh, this guy popped up a few turns ago, who was married into one of the daughters. Can't remember whose it was, actually. Let's have a quick look. Where are you, so my good chap? Okay, so none of the sons have any children yet. Sextus Rex has got married, though, to a lady about the same age as him. That's fine enough. Right, so it is Mercurius's daughter Claudia. Marcellus Hortensius. He's got himself some good traits here. Rude health, +4 to hit points, and fruitful. You can certainly get some good battle practice out of this lad. So he'll be joining the war in Italy before too long. That will certainly work for us. Obviously, we're leaving all the rebels alone for the time being, but a few things come together now. We've got a force over there. We've got this chap just, well, he was shaking off the army, but they've retreated back, so we're going to leave them for now. But we will head back at this point, having laid down a new watchtower. Might actually send, yeah, Dalmatius off right over to the end here, just to make sure we have a good bit of scouting. But let's send our turn, see if anything comes up. But yeah, the Berbers are going to attack us from behind. So we've got Shahalbil the Cruel. Is he particularly interesting or just terribly, terribly horrible? He's Christian, which is a shame, but yeah, not interesting at all. He's pretty darn useless. So he's the reinforcements inside the city. He'll be easy enough to kill. The main force taking us on is some archers, peasants, and some lancers. Lancers have a good charge on them. Shouldn't take that for granted, but pretty sure we can take them out. Victor Rex hasn't got any battle experience though, so we'll have to see about that. The reinforcements there, I'm pretty sure we can grab those guys from behind us at the start of the battle. So we'll wait for these guys, but we'll go make sure we take out girl Shahabil first and foremost. Let's go. In a truly spectacular entry to the battle, the general is right here by this cliff. This is absolutely magnificent stuff. Got to get these guys running around ASAP then, please. You guys get yourselves over here. Actually, yeah, you can't even get around, can you? Oh, okay. This is good. This is exciting stuff. Right, cavalry. I didn't know quite where the red line was going to end up. You get yourselves around here. Archers have the most ridiculous shot from up here, so they might as well just get them. Actually, just get yourselves over here. That'll be absolutely fine. The other two units, they might be able to get the best javelin shots in history if we are lucky. So, just, you know what, just go to where you were going, and we'll see how this all works out for us. So, get yourselves into position. Marvellous stuff, marvellous stuff. We've got the Foederati there. Everyone else is on top of that cliff over here. You guys hold back on the javelin for a moment. Let's get them into position. And, yeah, lovely. Right. Can you not hit them? Are you kidding me? No! Okay, archers, shoot down. That'll be fine. Oh, no, you have got a shot. You have indeed. Okay, you also move yourself forward. That is lovely. They can't get around to you whatsoever. It might just be showing it because I'm not actually seeing them come over to us. The archers don't know what to do. Can't even see them up there on the cliff face. There we go. They are actually reloading. Down they come! Oh, I love a cliff top javelin. They don't seem very bothered by it, and indeed they probably shouldn't because we are missing terribly here. Absolutely awful throw, but I'm kind of enjoying the situation. Oh yeah, I've got to remember there's another army to come face us at some point, so we should probably not take the mick too much. But okay, fine. We'll get the commit sensors into here, and I guess we'll have to start taking them out before too long. You guys, line yourselves up for the general. Good. You should be able to have a shot momentarily. Oh, there we go. That's the shot we're looking for. Archers still don't know what to do, but I think at this point we're pretty much ready just to go in. Right, you guys into them. You guys into them. Foederati into the general, please. We need some spearmen into them. Good to have ourselves some proper lovely spearmen to attack the general with this time. Oh, the general's not happy. He's not happy. Is he actually leaving? I don't think he is. I'm just going to get around the back of him just to make sure he doesn't escape. Foederati over there. You guys into them as well. General, just block his escape, please. I don't want them getting away. Fortunately, some of the archers have indeed got away. Bit of an annoyance, but not the end of the world. As for the rest of these guys... Yeah, that's him gone. Ridden down. We've still got ourselves a lovely position here on the hill, so we'll enjoy that as we get ourselves set for the second army. No ridiculous position up there for the archers, but we'll get ourselves over here. Perfect. Perfect start. It's lovely to have ourselves such a ridiculous little cliff face. Don't get these too often on Rome. Do get them on Medieval 2, but it's nice to have. Nice kill for the general. Hopefully, not too many archers left in the town, but it'll be a walkover anyway. New position the other side of the cliff then, and our archers will get some nice early shots in. Who do you really want to hit? Oh, those lancers could cause you lots of problems, chaps. So, I think it's time for the general just to get straight in there. Okay, wait, hold out a moment. Lancers, I don't know what they're doing, but the Lancers, I would not like to hit my lovely, lovely archers. So go and hit those chaps. Archers pull behind the line, and okay, they're going for these guys, which is a bit annoying because they are very much out of position. Archers, see if you can get a side shot into them, and we'll hopefully just be able to catch them over here nice and early before they kill us. A brutal charge. They've done quite a bit of damage, actually. Quite a bit of damage. You guys get into there. They've actually routed us, which is really annoying. They've wiped out the whole unit. There we are, Berber Lancers. Not to be taken too lightly. Unfortunately, they didn't listen to my instructions, so they've got themselves killed. Right, archers, you just shoot into their archers. Infantry all charge down the hill at them. They're retreat at this point. Bit annoying, frankly, but we'll just get as many of those lancers as we can. Yeah, they're on the run, so might as well just leave it to the chase at this point. Well done, Sextus. You've done well for yourself over here. Is it Sextus? I don't know. I might be making up his name at this point. Oh, look, they were still actually fighting, technically. Interesting, I didn't realise that. So, yes, a good few kills for him. That should be largely the town capped at this point. I don't really know why he's letting that guy get away. Oh, that isn't the same unit. That's the one cavalry chap that was still getting away. Okay, you go and finish those off. That should be the town almost ready to walk in. 87% isn't quite enough for the complete kill. 92, we should be fine then. Marvellous stuff. With that then, clear victory for us. We had a whole unit of infantry wiped out by some lancers there. Berbers, terrible infantry, but can't complain with their cav. They do have some nice cav, and that charge on those lancers got out the stupid unit who didn't bother to actually move like they were supposed to. They know my spies there, which is a bit annoying, but he's probably absolutely fine to get in the town. So 55%, that is not looking good for them, is it? No, it is not. Down to 25. Oh yes, that is looking very good indeed. So over here, let's get ourselves, yeah, a new watchtower. That is, oh, we're minus money. That's not good. That's not good at all. Faction announcement, we have Luca Maximanus come of age. Good to see you, sir. Christian, heartless ruler, which makes him influential, so that's alright. Tutor, because he's grown up with an academy, which is nice. Understand natural philosophy. Very good indeed. We've got some good leaders here. It's almost as if we needed the revolution after all. Okay, well, into Tingy then, I suppose. This should just be a walkover. 19 archers who somehow survived the battle. They killed 7, God only knows how, and we exterminate the foolish peoples of the town here. Good, 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 good. Christian church, which is always good to see. It does say Carthaginian, so we're going to have culture penalty ahoy over here. Yep, yep, we do. So if we can start to get building our own things, that will certainly help us out. I think best idea then is an arena, just to try and keep things under wraps. There's an assassin. Okay, I don't really want those anymore, so I won't worry about that. Actually, what I will do though is get another spy. I really do with getting a spy out. So over here, 1 competences. Turn that down to, nope, can't turn that down to yearly games. Still very sad. Hermitage then, I don't really build these very often. I assume they do gain happiness. They do. Priest and happiness. Good to see. Now, over here in the east, let's get that watchtower out. It's good to have. That means that we can see who's trickling along this pass over here, because it would be good to see exactly what's going on. Now, Samara Breva, you're going to flip to me very soon, I imagine, so we'll just leave you to get on with that. Over here, you of course, we're just going to go lay down the watchtower, or we go and get our chap over here back to the town. Good news indeed. So, where is this young chap? He's over here in Burdigala. Oh, your old man's getting a bit, well, old. He's only 51 though, so he's not too bad. Young son there can just learn under his tutelage for a short time. That's fine by me. Spain's looking happy enough, isn't it? You, sir, you need to retrain those cavalry. I'll let you take some of them with you on a little watchtower mission we could do with... Interesting, that's the quickest way of doing it, but apparently it is. So we'll just plonk one down around there. That should give us a little bit of a view over here, but also into the sea. Actually, Would it be better to get it here? I don't really know. You know what? That'll be absolutely fine. We have a small amount of money. We're only gaining like a marginal amount, and I'm just pumping. So the thing is, all the towns are so completely dishevelled in terms of infrastructure on this. I guess it's just to represent, you know, years of underinvestment by the Romans. Yeah, it just means that everything just takes forever to get these buildings sorted out. So probably a good idea to get a couple forums even built up in these towns. I'm not too worried about the other units. What have we got? A couple Palatina. They don't have the javelins, do they? No, they're just defensive spears. That's fine. And use those for the bridge crossing. And one more plumber. Actually, no. One more spy, actually. We could do with just really pushing on that particular front. And Mediolanum, you're on to 70. You've tried to settle down just a little bit. Get straight back in there. It's on 70, so a little bit settled. But not the worst in the world. We'll just see how they're doing. And we'll plod on to another town if we need to next turn. Samara Breva has revolted to us. That is magnificent news. The less magnificent news is the fact that the Vandals just turned up outside at this very turn. So I'm not sure that was necessarily a good thing. They are allies, but not so sure that one's necessarily going to be so good for us. We'll see about that one in time. Convert to our cause, Secundus Odianthus, who presumably is the chap in here. He is a Christian. Good. Dislikes the pagan ways. That's what we want to see. We'll destroy the pagan ways. Even if that means that we have a few problems here. It's okay. It's not an issue. We'll just let it revolt if it has to. But at least then we would have changed the religion. That's kind of the plan anyway. So move them on to the next towns to cause some problems. Even if they flip back, it's not a problem. We're just trying to cause them as many issues as possible. On which note, Mediolanum has failed to flip, which is a bit sad. So we're going to move on to Ravenna. Over in Ravenna, we're down to 55. Ooh, I like that. So get ourselves into there. We'll leave one of you over in Mediolanum. In fact, we've got Felix there, so we'll get him there. And you, sir, can move down towards Rome. We'll have a good spy of them. Good. Now, Appius Rex, he's 54 now, so it's really getting time for him to start moving on to onto Italy itself. So, Tribune of the Plebs, fantastic, of course. He is a man who puts on a show for the plebs. He makes sure he looks after his people, unlike the pesky Empire of Rome. So, yes, Appius Rex is doing the good thing at this point. You can see Mauritania over here has settled down. It's happy enough for the time being. We'll get ourselves our arena. Good news indeed. We'll get ourselves a watchtower over here. Not the worst position in the world. I'll send the cavalry out with you, so just in case you get caught out for some unbeknown reason. Cordoba continually is just never happy. Don't seem to be able to do anything about that. I'm not really sure what the issue is. Just distance to capital, really, and squalor. Well, I probably can deal with that with a Barbs, so that should, I think, be what I do going forward. I'm thinking the Christian temples actually do help with cleanliness. They might do, you know. I can't actually remember. Been a while since I've actually... to be honest, when I play this, I don't really know. It just helps the growth bonus. Perfect. Yeah, I don't really use them very much, the Christian buildings. So, nope. Nothing like it there. Okay. Sadly not. But squalor is a big problem. Public order in general is just a big, smelly issue across the map. Bit annoying, but not the end of the world, eh? So, you, sir, watchtowers along here aren't the most important thing in the world, but I wouldn't mind having a bit of vision. So maybe this corner here, and then at least we've got ourselves some vision. I love the town up here, by the way. You do get the most spectacular battles with the cliffs on each side, but you just almost never get to go fight in Oristirica or whatever it's called, something along those lines. Anyway, right, we are really pushing forward with our rebellion plans. Then I'm just a bit concerned what the Vandals are up to. Historically, I guess their plan would be to come down here and yeah, over here, like I'm kind of currently doing. So, bit concerning. Christian over in Carthage, by the way, which is good because you do get a few more Christian cities this end of the world. So starting to hopefully be a little bit easier because we're a bit of the slowness with our progression so far. Well, it hasn't been that slow, but you've got to simply take a bit of time when it comes to changing the religion on this game. Using your characters well, demolishing those buildings, changing all those triggers around is such an important part of this. So with any luck, we'll be able to get this changing quickly. No, there's tons and tons of pagans in the region. That's the Vandal problem. That's going to be an issue of having the Vandals around. So I might, if I can get assassins anywhere, I want to start pumping them out just to get rid of some of the Vandal characters. That is an unforeseen problem. One more thing I'm going to do, I've just disbanded a load of my units over here in Berbers because I might as well take some of these troops, a bit more experienced. So how about I take some of them away with me? That's a shame, didn't manage to keep the 3 experience there. But oh well, we'll take them. Let's just take these troops away along with a general because this is going to flip. There is no chance that this will stay, particularly with all of those Vandal characters here. So I reckon we'll just leave this for now. The only other thing I'm tempted at is destroy some of this infrastructure to make life more difficult for our little friends, the Empire, when they take it back. Because whilst I'm going to have this at some point, I'm clearly not going to hold on to it right now. So I wouldn't mind just, letting it flip back to them. If I'm going to do that, I might as well smash up some of the infrastructure. So I guess what I'll do is I'll get rid of that. Pains me, but I'm going to get rid of it. Cavalry stables as well. All proper catapults as well. We're going to get rid of that. Give us a bit of money. Sorry for headphone users. You've probably had your ears explode. And we'll get rid of the blacksmith too. Just get rid of the military infrastructure. We'll keep the economic stuff. The game will cheat for them anyway, so don't worry about that. But yes, we can send some of these troops over here. To be honest, we'll just send... we'll just send 1 or 2 of these units over to Berbers. They can just keep that happy enough for the time being. Some Foderati down there to join them as well. Just a few basic troops to go and squat in the town. We can send the decent troops back in this direction over to Arkham. I suspect that when we end our turn we're going to start having issues up there. I don't mind if that wants to revolt. That is perfectly fine. Tingy, of course, being spied upon by the Berbers. Appius Rex has picked himself up as spy master, unsurprising considering the amount that he's been hiring. Nothing too interesting in recruitment apart from Forum, which of course means we can get ourselves a couple of those assassins to cause a few little problems here and there. Alright, we'll just put it at 1 for now. Just don't really have the money for all of that nonsense. But, good idea to get the Barbs over here in Arles. And up to the north, oh yes, of course, we've got ourselves our spies in here, down to 30%. Nice and easy flip with any luck. I did somewhere, I'm sure I could just, it's before I sent the spies over. There's a bit of a fight going on with the Saxons and Sarmatians now, which just seems to be the Saxons, at war with everybody. It's kind of a little bit funny, if I'm honest. Now, I would like some more towers. They've put us under blockade, which is a little bit annoying. Put down a tower here. Gives a little bit of view in that direction. A few rebels, nothing to worry about. Carthage hasn't flipped in spite of the spy, but it is, rebelling a little bit. So we'll see if that goes over to us. We obviously have Appius Rex over here, squatting on the bridge. He has himself actually all 8 retinue at this point, so might be worth thinking if he wants to pass one of them over to his son. I don't think we want to just yet, but there might be something we can give him. Spy mastering the plebs. Yeah, probably not worth it right now, but we've got to consider that in good time because it looks like he's getting ready for his assault on Italy. Right, I think we'll leave it there then, ladies and gentlemen. We've started the little spy missions to flip cities. Costa Trovarorum, Carthage, maybe Venia Madellanum might well flip to us as well. We've got ourselves Appius Rex on the bridge, ready to head towards Italy. To be honest, they have an awful lot of armies around, so I think we're going to have to need a bit of a flip of a city and a bit of a bridge battle in order to make it work for us. But we're making progress down the south with the Berbers. Tingy has been taken, which is marvellous. And up to the north, well, all the all of the hordes just seem to be gathering around here, and well, we're about 20 years from the Slavs, so not quite in time for those at the moment. But by the time that's settled down, the Slavs will enter the game and make things even more silly. But for now, I will leave you as we're on the brink of Italy, and quite a lot of our spy missions are starting to take hold, which is grand news indeed. I'm Thomas, this is Nerds to Human, and this has been our Western Empire Rebels campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. The most plunderful time of the year. No flag, no country. Simultaneous death roboting. That's what we all came to see. The golden age as we nuke the world. These guys will soon be blown out of the water. Did you see what I did there? I am not proud of myself.